This video is designed to teach you about the endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum is abbreviated as ER for short to help us just talk about it a little bit easier. There's actually two types of ER. There is smooth endoplasmic reticulum and there's rough endoplasmic reticulum. So we'll take a minute to talk about the difference and how that's determined. To help us determine that, we'll take a look at that picture that we were using before of the giant cell. So grab that guy here, blow it up. If we're looking at the endoplasmic reticulum, you see that it actually surrounds the nucleus of the cell. So if you watched the nucleus video earlier, remember that's the portion in here, the endoplasmic reticulum is found around the nucleus. This is generally one of the bigger organelles and a little bit easier to find because it's always going to be encircling the nucleus. Some of the other things are just kind of free-floating out there in the cytoplasm. Those are a little harder to identify, but the ER is always pretty easy. It's always just kind of in this ring around the nucleus. Now I mentioned to you that there's two different types. The rough ER has these little dots on it. These are called ribosomes. Those things are actually making proteins, and the endoplasmic reticulum transports proteins. So it makes sense that it would have the ribosomes placed on the outside of it. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum is over here. These are the ones without the dots on it. And just like it says up here, this helps with the manufacture of carbohydrates and lipids. So they're doing different things. They don't need the ribosomes because they're not dealing with protein so much. They're dealing with the carbohydrates and lipids more on the smooth ER. These are generally a little bit further away from the nucleus. This is just a matter of efficiency because remember the nucleolus, this dark spot on the inside of the nucleus, is where the little ribosomes are produced. So it makes sense that they'd be closer to the nucleus itself. Then the smooth ER that doesn't have the ribosomes is a little bit further towards the outside of the cell. So if we talk about its function a little bit in here, just remember that the endoplasmic reticulum is going to transport things inside the cell. Describe this kind of like the cell highway. If we're looking at an actual scanning electron image of this one, this shows you the two different types of endoplasmic reticulum. I always like to show these because this is what scientists are actually seeing when they're looking at things under the microscope. It's not as clean as the sort of animated, cartoony pictures that I sometimes show you. So you've got the smooth ER down here. You can see that it's just kind of a jumbled maze together, kind of like it was represented in the picture. The rough ER still has that maze-like look to it, but it has all these little dots along the inside. Those are all the little ribosomes. So this is what scientists would be seeing using one of those electron microscopes that we talked about earlier. Just remember that they're taking that and giving you this from it. So these two things are both representing the same idea. The animated pictures are just a little bit cleaner and easier to look at. So when it comes to the endoplasmic reticulum, you have to remember a couple of things. It's ER for short as its abbreviation. Then there's two types. We've got smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum, and it's used for transporting things inside of the cell. Thank you for watching.